Welcome everyone, Crazy here. Today I have a pretty fun little theory about how Daryl from The Walking Dead could potentially be added into Dead by Daylight in the next upcoming chapter. When we pull up the roadmap, you can see that besides the chapter that we know we're getting in June, which is D&D, next up we have the July chapter, which is actually going to be a solo licensed survivor chapter. All we know officially about this is in the DBD anniversary livestream. They did say that this survivor will be the true embodiment of a survivor. Obviously, if it is a character from The Walking Dead, the description of a true survivor would definitely fit that character pretty well, having survived a zombie apocalypse. Not only this, but Norman Reedus, the actor who plays Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead, just recently followed Dead by Daylight on Instagram, and they both follow each other. Of course, this could not mean anything at all, and just maybe he likes the game and thinks it looks interesting. That isn't the only piece of evidence I have here though. There is a number of different things that do seem to line up pretty well. First of all, Season 2 of the Daryl Dixon series, by the name of The Book of Carol, is releasing this summer, which obviously with the timeline being in July for this next upcoming chapter, that definitely adds up pretty well. Not only this, but recently Dead by Daylight was posting a lot of the different stats for the game, which they do this very often. For some reason, they have been really focusing on the zombie stats for Nemesis, which could just be a fun little thing, but there is an interesting little thing they've put here at the bottom. They say, "We have a challenge for you, but see how many zombies you can slay. No pressure, but the impending zombie apocalypse depends on it." Obviously, they could just be playing around here, but it is kinda odd to say that in a official post like this, especially when people are always looking for any potential tease for an upcoming chapter. We've seen them tease chapters with very small teases like this before, so I don't think it's too much of a stretch to suggest that this could potentially mean something. It's also worth mentioning that The Walking Dead, especially the AMC part of The Walking Dead, is very well known for doing a number of different collaborations. We have a collaboration in Call of Duty that just happened recently, Fortnite collaboration, one with PUBG Mobile, and a number of different small mobile games as well. And of course, as we have on this picture, there's also Brawlhalla. So as you can see, they like collabing with any number of different properties, including big and small. I bring this up because this definitely shows that the property is very open to collaborating with others, and if given the chance with Dead by Daylight, it seems they would be more than willing. Going back to the Year 9 roadmap, we know that the July chapter is only going to be one survivor, and so far, any potential hints hint towards Daryl Dixon as the survivor. However, this doesn't necessarily mean he will be the release survivor, meaning that maybe Rick Grimes, for example, could be the actual survivor, and him being a legendary skin for him, or Michonne being the survivor with a legendary skin for her. It can really go any way, and I do hope that all three of these characters are included in some way, because I think they all three deserve to be in the game. There is one detail that could potentially hurt this theory, and that's the fact that we aren't getting a killer for this July chapter, and I think Negan would be a perfect opportunity to be added into the game as a killer. I really enjoyed the functionality of having zombies roaming the map, especially when it's the perfect opportunity to do this in a Walking Dead chapter. I think it would be really great to see Negan added into the game, and I think many other people would agree. However, I could kind of flip this on its head, and this could actually be a supporting fact for them still doing this chapter. Because spoiler alert for The Walking Dead, I personally am not caught up with The Walking Dead, so do excuse me if I get this wrong, but it does seem from the trailer from the upcoming Dead City show that Negan is on the good side in this show. It seems like the character has a bit of a turnaround and ends up being a bit of a kind of anti-hero / good guy. Because of this, he might be a potential pick for a legendary skin for whatever character they choose to be the main character in this solo Survivor chapter release. Because of this, I don't necessarily think that us not getting a killer in the July chapter necessarily hurts Walking Dead's chances as it being that chapter. Of course, it could still be any number of things, and I actually do have another video in the works that you should see in the next couple of days, where I theorize on some other possibilities. However, at the moment, in my opinion, I do think that any number of these 3 characters from The Walking Dead could potentially be that solo July chapter release in my opinion. Of course, as always, like any of these other speculation and theory videos, we really don't know what this next chapter will be. However, at the moment, in my personal opinion, I think The Walking Dead has the most supporting evidence for it being this solo July chapter release. I'd really like to hear what you all think these next chapters could be in the comment section down below, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, a like and a subscribe would be super helpful if you're able to, and as always, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and stay safe in the fog.